Well, hello, accounting students. Here we are at the end. The 7 weeks goes very quick, doesn't it? All right, in this video, I just want to kind of wrap things up in the final week of the class, making sure that you know everything that we need to do before the very end. So let's take a look at what we're doing this week and some reminders about a few other things. So let's scroll down. First, I want to quickly review Module 6. So in Module 6, I did introduce a case study number 2, and that will be due at the end of the course. So some of you turned it in early, that's fine, but I gave you 2 weeks. Introduce it in 6, but it's due at the end of Module 7 this week, okay? So make sure you get case study 2 in. And well, let's take a look at the case study real quickly here. Some of you did, for the vast majority of you did absolutely fantastic on the case study. Just remember, if you want the full points, just kind of do what it says in the when I looked to grade it, I looked, did we meet the criteria for the assignment in the most basic ways first. So in this particular case study, you get to pick 2 of the 4. And just make sure that you answer in at least 1 or more full paragraphs for the question that you choose. Okay, so if you choose a question, you got 4 of them to pick here, answer it fully with a nice, robust paragraph, not 2 sentences. So some of you got some points off because you're with the previous case study, because you really didn't address some of those areas with full paragraphs. Even with some of our quizzes that we had, I believe quiz for Module 6 also. Again, many of you got the full points, but if you got some points off, you may have not answered those questions in that quiz with a full paragraph. And you could fill out a full paragraph pretty easily with some of those. Actually, probably fill out, a book on some of those topics. So it shouldn't be too hard to do that. And the same thing with this particular case study as well. It should not be too hard. So get all the points, just answer it in a full paragraph or 2 full paragraphs if you need to, if you need that extra space. All right, so that's case study 2. Don't forget to get that in. Extra credit. So I've talked to a few of you throughout the course, and you're worried about points because the quizzes in the beginning weren't doing so good in the quizzes. The quizzes are, especially in the beginning, are the hardest part. But as you can see, like with the quiz we had in this particular week in Module 6, it was a essay style, paragraph style, very easy to get the full points in that. So it all kind of balances out in the end. But I did say, hey, there's going to be some extra credit opportunities for you guys if you feel you need it. Most likely you won't need the extra points, but it's there if you need it. To get as far as the extra credit goes, we have 2 of them. We'll talk about the next one in just a second. We have 2 of them. They have to be in before the end of the class, which is when? Sunday at midnight this week. So Sunday at midnight, the 26th, I believe, is Sunday. Make sure that you have everything in because the class shuts down. And then on Monday morning, I have to go in and grade what was submitted that night, the previous night, and your final grades are due on my end, that morning on Monday morning. So I don't have any time to really track folks down if there's a missing assignment or if you didn't get your extra credit in there. So again, do the math, see if you need the extra credit to get the grade that you want. And if you feel you need some cushion, go ahead and do that. All right, so that's a little bit going to Module 6. Again, case study due, and if you need extra credit, it's there for you too. Let me scoot this box down a bit so we can look at Module 7. Module 7 offers our second of our 2 extra credit opportunities. Again, due final day of the class. I like that Mercy Core Value one. It's not too hard. So if you want to do that one as well, it's there for you. Another 25 points extra credit. Final exam. Some of you, I'm shooting this on Tuesday. Some of you have already completed the final exam and got the full points for that. So congratulations. It's a design your own final. You get to pick the questions that you want to answer. Out of the bank of questions I give you, I think there's a 50 of them. I'm not remember. I think I have 50 questions and you pick a certain number. I think it's 25. So just make sure, and you pick the ones that resonate the most with you. If there's ones like, I have no idea what this is, skip it and pick the ones that you like. Okay, but just make sure that you're answering those questions, with those, like full, if it says full definition, make sure you're doing that, okay? To get all the points. But a few of you have already submitted, and some folks have already logged in, full points for the final exam. And then a progress journal, those are easy. You're just giving me your thoughts. Don't worry about APA or anything like that, but I just want your closing thoughts on this particular class and other things. So yeah, easy 25 points there, as long as you get it done. Now, let's talk about late work. There is a few of you that have some late assignments, and you may not even realize that you skipped one. So go look at the grade book and see if there's any assignments in there that have a single 1-point value. Okay, so that's what I do. If I'm grading and I see, oh, there's no assignment, I'll put 1 point in there so that triggers something for you to see. And it doesn't mean it's your grade, doesn't mean it's locked in, okay? But it's kind of like, hey, here it is, here's a reminder, get this in. And I usually write a note in there, please submit for course points. So I do accept late work. There is going to be a little bit of, haircut on points to be fair to, folks that turn it in on time, but it's definitely worth it for you to turn in late assignments, even a missing quiz, a missing learning activity. Those are how students lose letter grades. It's almost always comes down to these missing assignments where that A drifts down to a B, or maybe that B drifts down to a C. So if you got any points left on the table, especially in those missing assignments, make sure that you go out there and complete those assignments by Sunday at midnight. All right, so that is pretty much the basics I wanted to cover for this week. Again, in finishing up the class. So I think everything should be pretty straightforward going for the last 5 days of the class. Everybody's doing generally really well. I don't think we have anybody in like jeopardy. Again, I'd have to double check the math. But again, there are some folks out there who are missing some assignments, and I know that's potentially, once I do the math, could knock you down to a letter grade. So remember also, if you're doing the math, this course is based off of 1,000 points. So if you have, if you've got 930 points, you've definitely locked in the A. So, and then you should wonder, should I even do the extra credit? No, there's no A pluses. So, you're not going to get any extra credit if you have 1,020 points in the course. So again, do the math, see what you need to do if you need to do extra credit, or if you just kind of want to know where you're standing grade wise in the class. Now, as you guys are feeding in the final assignments this week, I'll be going in periodically and grading those. So I guess stay tuned on that. Again, we've already had some people complete. We've already had some people complete the final. We've already had some people complete all the assignments for the course already. So this week, so they wanted to finish early. Hey, that's cool. Finish early. You can absolutely do that. All I would ask for those people that do finish early, perhaps today or tomorrow, just check in with the course real quickly. Maybe Saturday, that there's nothing, if there's any kind of emergency announcement that I need to make or anything like that, just a quick final check. And I don't anticipate anything, I guess unusual for anybody as we complete the course. It's pretty much all laid out for us. But just do one final check and see if I have any updates or news. And if you don't see anything, check your grades out. They should be. If you submitted something by that date, it should be all updated and you can figure out your final grade. Now, final grades, many of you know, but in case you don't, final grades, you can always find those in Empower, usually, Monday around noon. So once I have graded and submitted that final grade for the course, then it updates pretty quickly in Empower. So, but just, on Monday afternoon, if you want to pop into Empower, you should be able to see your final grade. Okay. If you have any questions after the final grade is posted, absolutely talk to me. If you have any questions about your grades now, yeah, let's definitely talk now. So I'd rather get something fixed. If there's something weird or, that doesn't look right, let me know. Text me. My number is either down, no, I think it's up here, but look for my phone number. Some of you, a lot of you already texted me, but text me. That's the quickest way to get a hold of me, and we'll I'll look at that. Or we'll talk about that if there's something unusual. Sometimes maybe I missed something or whatnot. What Canvas will do is when you submit something, I do get an icon notification. So usually I catch it if you've submitted something like a late assignment, or in some cases I've allowed some of you, maybe you uploaded. We've had that happen a few times. Happens every semester. I'm guilty of it too. You can accidentally upload the wrong assignment to the Dropbox. So I go in there and I go, wait a minute, it's the wrong assignment. And so you see, you only got a single point for that. Upload the correct assignment, I'll go in and regrade that. So, but Canvas will notify me when there's something uploaded. So don't feel like you have to text me that you uploaded that. But other than that, feel free to reach out to me this week. I'd like to get anything that might be in question resolved before we hit the crunch time. Now, if something should happen during the week, let me know. We've already, as of Tuesday, a couple of student emergencies. So I'm working, I'm working with those students or making them aware or telling them to tell me if they need more. So if something should happen, as we reach this last week, reach out to me. Typically like medical emergency or something, some unplanned situation, because I know we had a hard deadline of tonight or Sunday at 11:59 p.m. when everything needs to get in. But again, just communicate with me. We've always got a mechanism to work through that if need be. All right, so that's pretty much it. But you guys have done a great job in this super solid group. We've got 19 students in here, and summers are a little, I know it can be hard. There's so many other things going on. First of all, going through the program is hard. All of you are working. Many of you have family and other social obligations. And then you're putting school on top of that. So there's never the easy semester. But sometimes summers just tend to be a little bit more difficult. We have other, usually those social and family obligations ramp up with kids at home and all that kind of other stuff. And, just wanting to be outside a little bit more too. So I know it's been hard, but you guys have done a fantastic job. One of the strongest groups that's come through this class in quite a while. So pat yourself on the back for that. Great work. Really impressed. There's a chunk of you, there's a good percentage of you that are just writing outstanding papers when we have those learning activities. So great job. Solid APA. So that's really, really good with that. So again, some of the best I've seen in quite a while. So good job with that. And in general, everybody's putting in, a good effort with the class. All right. So that pretty much concludes the updates. Again, any questions, problems, concerns in the final few days, this final week, don't hesitate to reach out. And again, if we don't talk before the end of the class, again, thank you for being in this class, and enjoy the little break in between classes, and have a great summer. Thanks.